Great news, pioneers. It's happened. A movement, a tremor on the blockchain, not a small one. 50 million Pi. In one of the largest, most silent, most significant transactions we have ever seen, the Pi Foundation just moved a fortune. This isn't a hack. This isn't a random test. This is the war chest. This is the Go Live button. This is the GCV activation fund. And it has just been loaded. Let's first greet and welcome you all, Pioneer families scattered across every corner of this beautiful planet. Whether you're tuning in from the bustling streets of Lagos, the vibrant cities of Manila, the tech hubs of Jakarta, the financial centers of London, or anywhere else this amazing community calls home, you are exactly where you need to be right now. I need to see our global community light up the comment section, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment saying, Pi to the moon, along with your country name. Let's fill this section with flags from every corner of the world and show that Pi pioneers understand the difference between short-term thinking and building real generational wealth. I'm Nathan, and over the next several minutes, I'll reveal exactly why the smartest pioneers are holding their Pi even when the temptation to sell early is real. This isn't about blind faith. This is about calculated strategy, real-world evidence, and understanding the opportunities most people overlook. So, let's get started, because what I'm about to share could make you rethink everything you thought you knew about Pi Network and its true potential. My heart is pounding right now. For months, we've been watching. We've been connecting the dots, the ISO 2022 deadline, the AI KYC breakthrough, the Protocol V23 engine. We've been waiting for the sign, not another blog post, not another rumor. A move, a real, tangible, on-chain action from the core team that proves the countdown is over and the activation sequence has begun. A few days ago, on November 8th, we got it. 50 million Pi moved by the foundation. The skeptics, they're silent. They see this and they're confused. They don't know what it is. They'll call it internal bookkeeping. But we know. This wasn't just bookkeeping, this was a declaration. This is the loading of the GCV activation fund. In this video, I'm going to break down the undeniable proof of this transaction, why they moved this much, and what this activation fund will be used for. And I promise you, it is the final step before the GCV economy goes live for all of us. Before we dive into the proof, if you feel the GCV era is no longer coming, but is here, smash that like button. This is the vindication we've been waiting for. Subscribe, because the news is dropping fast now. And in the comments, I need you to type, "The fund is loaded," and your country. Let's get this done. Okay, let's look at the evidence. Alright, let's get into the evidence. Because we don't deal in rumors on this channel, we deal in facts. On November 8th, on-chain analysts, the digital detectives of our own Pioneer community, spotted it. A single transaction. From one known verified Pi Foundation wallet to a brand new verified Pi Foundation wallet. The amount? 50 million Pi. Now, I need you to just sit with that number for a second. 50 million. Let's try to understand the scale of what just happened. The skeptics, the doubters, the people on the outside, they'll look at this and they'll use their math. They'll look at the current, meaningless, speculative IOU price on a few rogue exchanges. Let's be generous and call it $30. At that fantasy price, 50 million Pi is $1.5 billion. That alone is one of the biggest crypto treasury movements of the year. That alone is a headline that should be shaking the entire crypto world. But we don't use their math, do we? We don't use the math of the old, broken, speculative system. We use our math, the GCV math. What is the global consensus value? $314,159. Now, let's do the real math. What is 50 million Pi multiplied by $314,159? The number is staggering. It's almost hard to say. It's $15.7 trillion. Pioneers. Let that sink in. This wasn't a transfer. This wasn't moving some coins around. This was the recapitalization of a new world economy. This is a global reserve, larger than the GDP of most countries, being put into its final position. This is the core team, taking their assets and putting them on the table. And the most important part of this, the part that proves it's not a hack, it's not a sale, is that it was an internal allocation, foundation to foundation. This was a strategic move. This was a deliberate action. The core team just loaded their weapon. They just funded their go-live plan. But why? Why move this much right now? This is the question that exposes the entire, beautiful, brilliant plan. The skeptics, the laughers, they'll say, oh, it's just the core team paying their server bills. It's for salaries. 50 million pi? For server bills? For salaries? Give me a break. You do not move a $15 trillion GCV-backed war chest to pay for electricity. You move it when you are about to activate the GCV itself. This, Pioneers, is the GCV Activation Fund. And I believe, based on all the evidence we've been gathering, it has three specific earth-shaking purposes. Purpose number 1, the internal GCV liquidity pool. This is the big one. We just got confirmation that the Pi DEX, the decentralized exchange, and the AMMs, the liquidity pools, are live on the testnet. What does every exchange, every liquidity pool need to function? It needs a massive, deep pool of base-level liquidity. This 50 million pi, this is the core team's seed liquidity. This is the fund they will use to anchor the 314,159 GCV on their own internal decentralized exchange, before Binance, before Coinbase, before the outside world can touch it. They are proving the value first, inside our own walls. They are creating the first GCV-backed marketplace, and they just put $15 trillion in the bank to back it up. Purpose number 2, the Developer and Real-World Asset Fund. We've all been asking, how do we buy real things? How do we get hotels, flights, cars, real assets on the network? You incentivize them. This 50 million pi is the grant fund. It's the Build for GCV fund. The core team is about to go to the best developers in the world and say, build an app that sells real houses, real cars, real electronics, and we will pay you in GCV-backed pi. This is how you kickstart a revolution. You don't ask for permission, you fund the creation of the new world. Purpose number 3, the GCV Stability Fund. This is the stablecoin pegger idea we've talked about. This is the defense fund. When that open mainnet firewall comes down, the old world, the speculators, the hedge funds, the doubters, they are going to try and attack the price. They are going to try and short it. They're going to try and prove the GCV is a meme. And this 50 million pi war chest is the wall that will stop them. This is the fund the Pi Foundation will use to defend the peg, to ensure the GCV holds steady, to provide infinite buy support against the old broken system. This isn't just a transfer. This is a declaration of war against the old fiat system. They are loading the cannons. But why now? Why this week? The timing. The timing is the final beautiful proof. Why November 8th? Why not 6 months ago? Why not next year? Because the other pieces, the other systems, are finally in place. This isn't a random move. This is the final domino. Think about what just happened in the last few weeks. 1. The AI KYC engine. The people are ready. The great filter, the massive bottleneck that held us back for years, is cleared. Millions are verified and pouring onto the mainnet. The human compliance is green. 2. The Protocol V23 engine. The technology is ready, we confirm this. The GCV engine, the one with the stellar DNA, the one built for microtransactions and real-world assets, is online. The economic engine is green. 3. The DEX/DeFi engine. The internal economy is ready. The PiDex is live on testnet. The concept of the internal, GCV-backed exchange is proven and ready for deployment. The marketplace is green. 4. The global deadline. The external world is ready. The November 22nd ISO 2022 deadline, the day the entire global financial system must upgrade to a new, data-rich, crypto-ready highway, is just days away. Do you see it? The core team waited. They waited until the people were ready. They waited until the tech was ready. They waited until the internal economy was ready. And they waited until the external world's deadline was at our doorstep. And then, when all systems were green for launch, click. They moved the 50 million Pi. This isn't just a transfer, this is step 5 in a 5-step launch sequence. This is the final logistical preparation. This is the money being moved to the launchpad, fueled up, and ready for ignition. Pioneers. This is the smoking gun we've been waiting for. This isn't a rumor. This isn't a secret code we have to interpret. This is 50 million confirmed on-chain facts. This is the Pi Foundation, moving their $15 trillion war chest into position to activate the GCV economy, to fund the new world, and to defend the network. The waiting is over. The activation is here. This is your absolute final call. The fund is loaded. The engine is on. The highway is opening. Get ready. If this video, if this proof gave you the ultimate confirmation, hit that like button. Share this with every pioneer who needs to see that the money is real and it is moving. Subscribe. You cannot miss what happens next. This is the final countdown. Secure your passphrase. Confirm your KYC. The rocket is fueled. Thank you for watching. The GCV is here.